What does that mean?
Okay, before we start the talk,
Okay.
Let me first of all greet the listeners out there and introduce ourselves to you again. I think you've done that already.
Yeah.
But today is time with quality assurance, and we have Ms. Vida Dari coming to speak to us on the topic ethics.
Okay.
Yes, so it's important as a quality assurance for every institution to ensure productivity and then commitment to work, all in the name of achieving towards a common goal for the upliftment of the institution. And so as part of our quality time with Radio Windy Bay, we want to find out how we have passion towards our work. What are the interests that we can develop? What are some of the importance that we need to have or learn from having work ethics and interest towards the work that we do, so that together we can all work towards teamwork, collaboration, and productivity for the upliftment of our institution. That is why we are here this morning to have this chat with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Madam Vida, you have the floor now.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll say good morning to our listeners once more. This is a very important topic that we are going to discuss. So I will start my presentation by letting us get in some understanding of what work ethics is all about. To the best of my knowledge, I think work ethics refers to the moral principles, values, and standards of behavior that guides our actions as individuals at the workplace. So all the moral principles, all the values, all the standards we have set for ourselves at the workplace that guides what we do at the workplace refers to what we call work ethics. And work ethics has some attributes or some qualities that we should display to show that we are demonstrating work ethics at the workplace. One is integrity. And to demonstrate integrity, it means you being honest with what you do at the workplace. When you come to work at 8, 9, don't write 7 a.m. In that case, when you do that, you are not demonstrating integrity. Write the correct time you came. And then the expenses. When you are given money to spend in the office, use it for the purposes it was intended for. When you do that, we will say that you have integrity and you are demonstrating work ethics. Another one is being professional in whatever you do. Have high standard of conduct. Appear professional. Respect the organizational rules and policies. When you do that, we will say you are demonstrating work ethics. Another attribute or quality of work ethics is being accountable to your actions. Own up when you make a mistake. Have ways or come out with ways of correcting your mistakes. Don't try to put it on people. When you do that, you are not taking accountability for your own actions. Another quality of demonstrating work ethics at the workplace is being diligent with whatever you do. Show commitment to your work. Don't do it haphazardly. Do it as if it's your own work. Be diligent is one quality of work ethics. Another one is respect. You have to respect everybody. The students you come into contact with, respect them. Your colleagues, your superiors. When you do this, we say that you are demonstrating work ethics at the workplace. So from what I have said already, you can see that strong work ethics are essential for fostering a positive work environment, which will help everybody or which will help the institution achieve its goals. So now we know what work ethics are. We know the qualities or the attributes of work ethics. let's look at the organizational vision. What is an organization's vision, or what is UEW's vision? An organization's vision, I can say, is a statement that allows or outlines the long-term aspirations and goals of the institution. It provides a clear picture of what the institution aims to achieve in the future and guides its strategic direction. So what the organization has outlined to do, the strategic direction it wants to go, that's its vision. So when you take UEW, for instance, our vision, our long-term goal is to be an internationally reputable institution for teacher education and research. This is what we want to do. This is the direction we want to do. This is our vision. So if we know this is our vision, how do we work to align our personal goals, our personal interests to this vision that UEW has, to be an internationally reputable institution for teacher education and research? And we know as individuals we have our own goals. The institution also has its goal, its vision. We can't work in isolation. We have to toe the line. So how do we align our personal goals, our personal interest to that of the institution, so that UEW can achieve its vision of being an internationally reputable institution for teacher education and research? One thing we can do is to thoroughly study and understand UEW's official documents. We as individuals, we have to look at UEW's vision, as I've read out to you. We have to look at UEW's mission, their strategic plans, because if you don't know them, you'll not be able to align your personal interests to work towards achieving UEW's vision. So know the policies UEW is working with, and when you know them, you'll be able to align your interest to that of the institution, so that the institution can achieve its goals. Another one is you have to participate in discussions with your colleagues. After knowing it, maybe the interpretation you have might be wrong. So endeavor to have discussions with your colleagues, your HOD, your deans, so that you know whether the interpretation you have concerning those documents is the same as what they have, or what the institution intends them to be. Don't just read and go to sleep. No, know them and then have discussions with the people you work with, so that you know how to apply them to achieve the vision of the institution. Apart from that too, you may have to know the history of the institution you are working with. Where did they start from? Where are they going? What future do they have? Because if you don't know the history, you may not know where they started from, what they have done to get to where they are, and then what they intend to do. Understand them, understand the journey of the institution, how far they have come, so that you align your goals, your interests with that, so that you can help to achieve the vision and the mission of the institution. And then we entreat you, if at any point you read anything that you don't understand, seek clarification from your superiors or from the human resource division, or from any knowledgeable individual in the institution. Don't just keep it to yourself and then make mistakes. Ask questions. Once you have questions, you'll be able to understand whatever is going on, and it also shows that you are interested in the development of the institution. Okay, so now that we have some understanding of how we can get to know and internalize the institution's goals, how do we incorporate these goals or our personal goals with that of the units we work under, the department we work in, the faculties, the institutes, schools, and where we work? How do we internalize these goals, our personal goals, with that of wherever we find ourselves? There will be the need for us to reflect on our own values, our aspirations, our professional objectives, to assess how well they align with UEW. Otherwise, we will not be able to work hand in hand. So first of all, what values do you have? What are your aspirations? How far do you want to go in the institution? Know that. Ask yourself, what do you want to achieve in the few years coming? Do you want to remain at wherever you are, or you want to grow professionally? Once you are able to know your mission, your values, your goals, your interests, you'll be able to align it. And then once you know your goals, you know where you are heading towards, find out the skills you need to be able to improve yourself so that you'll be able to work for UEW to achieve its goals. And then afterwards, also identify areas in your personal goals that will complement the broader UEW goals. Look for opportunities where you can improve your skills, where you can improve your goals, so that you can be able to work towards achieving that of UEW. And when you set your goals, we expect that you make them SMART, that's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Make your goals such that you'll be able to achieve them, and those goals should work hand in hand with that of the institution. Don't set different goals when the institution's goal is also different. And those goals that you set must be SMART so that you'll be able to achieve them. When what I have mentioned, you have been able to do them, you have been able to set your goals, you know what the institution's vision is, you've identified the skills you need to help you achieve those goals, you should be committed. You should be committed to the goals you have set. And then your actions should be consistent to help you achieve strong work ethics that will help you achieve your goals. And in achieving those goals, the institution will also achieve its goals. And then once you set your goals and then you've identified your skills, you have to pool resources and expertise. We know that you cannot do everything on your own. You need the assistance of the people around you. You need motivation. You work with people who have the same interests as you and who also have the interests of the university at heart, so that once you work together, you collaborate, you'll be able to achieve your goals, and then the institution will also be able to achieve its vision. Why is it important for us to align our personal goals with that of the organization? It is important for us to align our personal goals with that of the institution, because when you are able to align this, it motivates you, knowing that your goals or what you have set to achieve is helping the institution to achieve its vision. It motivates you. You are happy. For instance, if you are able to write a project, write a memo that is being implemented, and the university is achieving its goals, and people are getting to know the institution in diverse ways, you are happy, and it motivates you. It gives you a reason to come to work and work hard. So one is being motivating you. Additionally, it also encourages you to participate in seminars and workshops that will help you learn more, so that you can contribute to the growth of the institution. And then it also gives you job satisfaction. Are you not happy when you are able to contribute to the work of the university and things are going on well, and then you read positive news, positive things about the institution? It gives you satisfaction to work hard and then to continue to do your best. Another thing is, once you are able to align your goals with that of the institution, you make sure that you don't waste resources. Whatever that comes to you, you use it judiciously, and then you don't waste. You prevent wastage because you know that this is part of me. Whatever I'm doing is helping to achieve the institution's vision. So in conclusion, I would say that when you align your goals, your interest and your passion with that of the institution, everything goes on smoothly as expected. And you can only do this if you have strong work ethics. And we have already talked about what work ethics is or are, and then the attributes or components of work ethics. If you don't have strong work ethics, you will not even be able to, if your own personal goals, you might not even be able to achieve them, how much more the institutional goals. So have strong work ethics, set your priorities, set your goals, and whatever goals you set must be aligned with that of the institution. Otherwise, you'll be working in isolation. And we also entreat management that once individuals set their goals that aligns with that of the institution, they should provide opportunities for individuals to access training programs outside so that they will be able to work hard to achieve their personal goals, which in a long run will help the institution achieve its goals and vision as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vaidadari, for this insightful presentation, and learning from what you have just introduced us to. I am believing that if we all have work ethics and behavior, it's going to help bring out the fairness in work organization. And I know for sure that if we really respect one another and then also work together collaboratively, sharing our visions and aligning them with institutional goals, the motivation will be there for us to work to achieve the expected mission and vision of our institution. One thing that I want to add is that we should ensure openness. It is one thing that fosters good ethical behaviors. When we all work together in openness, and then we have good partnership and trust for one another, we realize that people have all the zeal, they have one mind, they have the joy to contribute their quota for the development of our institution. And so we need to encourage openness and then foster that trust among us and partnership. I believe also that when we continue to uphold the ethical behaviors that we have been introduced to, we are going to be committed to the work and ensuring quality in our institution. One thing that I want to also add is that we should develop sense of responsibility. I believe taking initiative to do what is expected of us and doing it the best way we can, and we become that dependable that is expected of every individual in the workplace, is a good sign towards achieving excellence as we uphold to achieve in the institution. And thank you so much for the insights that you've given us. I know Ms. Tenten also want to add on to what we are talking about, upholding work ethics, aligning our goals to institutional goals as well.
Thank you, Prof. We have heard a lot on this work ethics, and I would say that baby aneha, this is our own workplace, and then we can make it as big and as our dream, matches, so that in the public space, when UEW is mentioned, you would equally be proud of the institution you work in, and people you get in contact with, other exposures and experiences that you want to carry across. And I think when we do that, we'll have a remarkable institution that sits on the international front to make quality and excellence our hallmark. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tenten. To make our university a hallmark, we know that we want our institution to be visible internationally and locally, and if we can get there, we can have that local collaboration out there. Then it depends on work ethics, it depends on hard work, it depends on the standards that we set for ourselves. We cannot be in the reputable international domain without good ethics, without good behaviors and standards. And so UEW community is educated now, today. Let's all come together as one body. Let's all strive to get there. Let's all have our goals aligned to the institutional goals. I was so happy to hear that our goals should be smart, very, very smart, and we should have aspirations. We should also grow professionally. If we can grow professionally, then you need to have goals that you can strive. I want to encourage that we have to all couch a niche for ourselves. If you are able to couch a niche for yourself and then align your aspirations and goals towards it, we will get there. And so we want to encourage all of us to start. If we don't have goals for now, we want you to begin to think through and see how you can set achievable goals, smart goals that can be aligned to the institutional vision and mission, and get to know where the institution started. Where are we going? Where have we reached? And where are we going? Through that, we can all together strive to reach the highest level that we want our institution. Uplift the name of UEW. This time, we want us to be visible. In your own work area, you can be visible depending on what you are doing. In your own environment, you can be visible. In your own work, you can be visible. All depends on your commitment, your loyalty, your dignity, the integrity that we align or attach to our work. We wouldn't have to be there for us to be prompted always. We always have to have the sense of responsibility and dependable, so that we can move the institution forward. Each and every one, when we all work together, you don't wait for someone to come and tell you you should do ABC. Together, you know your work, and that truth, that trust that we all have, we know our goals, we know our vision, you know your work. Sometimes it's so pathetic that a letter goes out there and you need to follow up. Someone out there need to work, but someone would also have to follow and follow and follow. I think this is not a good ethics standard for an institution that wants to reach excellence. We are encouraging all of us today, for quality purposes, we need to be up and doing. we need to be dependable, we need to know our work and work assiduously towards the upliftment of the institution. And we believe that when we come together and respect the domain of which we are working, making sure that we are doing the best for the institution, we will reach that excellence. And so thank you very much. This is what we want to share out there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So for us to have a good working collaboration and working partnership and working good domain, openness, domain of environment of a workplace, let's all uphold to the attributes of good work ethics, respecting one another, being accountable, having the commitment to work. Let us be loyal, honest, and dependable. Let's have the sense of responsibility to work for the betterment of UEW. This is what we ensure that through this we can ensure quality of service delivery towards the development of the institution. Ms. Derry also want to conclude.
Okay.
And then if there are questions out there, we are ready to answer. Thank you so much.
For quality purposes too, I will entreat all staff to learn and know, internalize the documents we work with. If you want to know the direction UEW is going, you need to look at our strategic plans. Our vision is to be an internationally reputable organization for teacher education and research. And we have outlined some steps in the strategic plan. Know it. If you don't know it, you will not be able to set goals that will align with the institution's vision. So for quality purposes, as I said, look at what has been outlined in the strategic plan so that you can work towards it. That's our vision. That's our roadmap. That's the milestones we have set ourselves. So know what is in it. And you can only work with what has been outlined if you have strong work ethics and you are disciplined. If your work ethics are poor, you will not be able to achieve what has been outlined in the strategic plan. And once we don't achieve what has been outlined in the strategic plan, we will not be able to achieve our vision of being internationally recognized